I am mastery. I am not a gift. I am not magic. I am not reserved for the chosen few. I am a path, ancient, powerful, available to anyone brave enough to walk it. For thousands of years, humans have asked, how do the great ones become great? How did Leonardo da Vinci paint the Mona Lisa? How did Mozart compose symphonies at age 5? How did Einstein unlock the secrets of the universe? They believed it was genius, talent, divine blessing. They were wrong. I am what they discovered, and today I will tell you my secrets. My name is Mastery, and this is my story. Let me take you back to when you were a child. Do you remember? The world was magical. Everything was interesting. A butterfly, a puddle of water, the way light danced on the wall. You weren't afraid to try, to fail, to look foolish. You learned to walk by falling 1,000 times. You learned to speak by making sounds that meant nothing, and you didn't care. This is where I begin. In childhood wonder, in fearless curiosity. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. They called him a prodigy, a genius born with supernatural gifts. But I know the truth. His father was a music teacher. From age 3, Wolfgang practiced every single day. While other children played, he played scales. While others slept, he composed. By age 6, he had practiced more hours than most adults. 10,000 hours? He surpassed that before puberty. The genius wasn't in his genes. The genius was in his obsession. His father saw his curiosity and fed it, nurtured it, protected it. Here is my first secret. Inside you, there is still a child, curious, obsessed with something. Your task is to find what that something is. Florence, Italy, 1466. A 14-year-old boy enters a workshop. His name is Leonardo da Vinci. He is nobody. He sweeps floors, mixes paint, watches his master work for hours in silence. Some days he questions everything. Why am I here? I want to paint. I want to create. Why am I grinding pigments like a servant? But I whisper to him, watch, learn, absorb everything. This is the apprenticeship phase, the phase everyone wants to skip. In our modern world, you see it everywhere. The young engineer at Google, writing simple code while senior developers build rockets. The chef who peels potatoes for 2 years before touching a stove. The boxer who hits bags for months before stepping into a ring. The young ones are impatient. They see others' success on Instagram, on YouTube. They think, I should be famous by now. I should be rich. I should be recognized. But Leonardo spent 12 years as an apprentice. 12 years! And here's what he learned that no book could teach him. How light falls on different surfaces. Why certain colors make the eye feel emotion. How the human body moves, breathes, lives. He didn't just learn techniques, he absorbed the soul of art. Malcolm Gladwell would later call it the 10,000-hour rule. But it's more than time. It's quality. It's presence. It's humility. My second secret, you must become a student before you become a master. You must embrace being a beginner. The apprenticeship is not a prison. It is a privilege. Let me tell you about the death that happens while you're still alive. It's called the wrong path. You wake up, go to a job you hate, do work that means nothing to you, come home exhausted. Repeat. Years pass. 10, 20, 30. One day you look in the mirror and ask, is this it? Is this all life is? Now let me tell you about Temple Grandin. Born in 1947, autistic. In those days, doctors told her mother, put her in an institution. She'll never live a normal life. But Temple had something, a gift hidden inside her difference. She understood animals, specifically cattle. She could see the world through their eyes, feel their fear, understand their behavior. While others saw her autism as a disability, she saw it as a different way of perceiving reality. Today, she has designed handling facilities for half the cattle in North America. She revolutionized the livestock industry. She became a professor, an author, a voice for autism awareness. Her disability became her superpower. Or consider Steve Jobs. Dropped out of college, no clear path, but he was obsessed with two things: beautiful design and technology. Everyone told him to choose one. You can't be an artist and an engineer. But I whispered to him, combine them. Your unique combination is your power. And he created products that changed humanity. My third secret: your life's task is not what society wants you to do. It's not what pays the most money. It's the intersection of what you're naturally drawn to, what the world needs, and what you're willing to suffer for. Ask yourself, what did you love before anyone told you to love? What do you do that makes you lose track of time? What would you do even if no one paid you? That's where I'm hiding, waiting for you. There is a shortcut on the path to mastery, but it's not what you think. It's not a hack, not a trick, not a secret technique. It's a person, a mentor. Cus D'Amato, a boxing trainer with a philosophy: boxing is 90% mental, 10% physical. He found a troubled 13-year-old, angry, violent, headed to prison or death. His name was Mike Tyson. Cus didn't just teach Mike how to punch, he taught him how to think, how to control his rage, how to channel his pain into power. He saw what Mike couldn't see in himself: potential for greatness. At 20 years old, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. But here's the deeper truth. When Cus died, Mike lost his way. He had learned the techniques, but not the wisdom. He had power, but not guidance. A true mentor gives you 3 gifts. Gift 1. They see your blind spots, the things you can't see about yourself, your weaknesses, your patterns, your self-sabotage. Gift 2. They share the unwritten rules. Every field has secrets, knowledge that's not in books. Only experience can teach them. Gift 3. They believe in you before you believe in yourself. When you want to quit, they remind you why you started. My 4th secret: you cannot walk this path alone. Find someone who has walked it before you. Study them, serve them, learn from them, even if you must humble yourself completely. The ego says, I can figure it out myself. Mastery says, I will learn from anyone who can teach me. Let me tell you about the moment everything changes. You've apprenticed, you've practiced, you've learned the rules.
And suddenly, you're stuck. This is the wall. Every master hits it. Some never pass it. You know too much and too little at the same time. You can copy others perfectly, but you haven't found your own voice yet. Albert Einstein, 1905, working in a patent office. He spent his days evaluating other people's inventions. Boring, repetitive, unfulfilling. But something magical happened in that boredom. His mind wandered. He imagined riding alongside a beam of light. What would he see? That daydream became the theory of relativity, the most revolutionary idea in physics. His creativity didn't come from more study. It came from combining everything he knew in a new way. This is the creative active phase. You stop imitating. You start innovating. The Beatles learned by copying American rock and roll, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Elvis. But then they started experimenting, combining Indian music with Western pop, using studio technology in new ways, breaking every rule they had learned. They didn't reject their foundation. They built on it. Picasso mastered realistic painting before he invented Cubism. He said, learn the rules like a pro, so you can break them like an artist. Elon Musk mastered software, physics, and business before revolutionizing electric cars and space travel. My fifth secret: mastery is not about perfecting what already exists. It's about creating what has never existed. But you cannot create the new without mastering the old. First, you must fill your mind with knowledge. Then, you must let it play, combine, experiment, fail. The breakthrough comes when you stop asking, what are the rules? And start asking, what if? But I must warn you, the path to mastery is not smooth. There are enemies, traps, monsters that will try to stop you. Let me introduce them. Enemy number 1, the instant gratification trap. We live in a world of instant everything. Instant food, instant entertainment, instant fame. You post a video, get 100 likes, and feel like a star. You read one book and call yourself an expert. But likes are not mastery. Views are not skill. Followers are not understanding. I require time, deep, focused, unglamorous time. Enemy number 2, the comparison trap. You see others' success on Instagram, on YouTube, in the news. They seem so far ahead, so talented, so lucky. You don't see their 10 years of practice, their failures, their rejected manuscripts, their bankruptcies. You see the iceberg's tip and think that's all there is. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers. She was a divorced single mother on welfare, writing in cafes because she couldn't afford heating. Now, Harry Potter is one of the most successful series in history. Did she have more talent than others? No. She had more persistence. Enemy number 3, the loss of love. Remember when you started? You loved it. It was play, it was joy, it was freedom. But somewhere along the way, it became work, obligation, pressure. You stopped doing it for love and started doing it for results. When this happens, I disappear because I only live where passion lives. The solution: Return to your why. Remember why you started. Feel that original spark again. My sixth secret: the obstacles are not blocking your path. They are the path. Everyone faces them. Masters are simply people who refuse to quit when it got hard. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah was fired from her first TV job and told she was unfit for television. The obstacle is not the enemy. Giving up is the enemy. Now let me show you what awaits at the end of the path. When you reach mastery, something changes. You don't think anymore. You feel. You flow. The pianist doesn't think about where to place fingers. The surgeon doesn't think about which incision to make. The programmer doesn't think about syntax. Neuroscientists call it flow state. Athletes call it the zone. I call it home. You and your craft become one. Serena Williams sees the tennis court differently than beginners. She sees angles, possibilities, futures that haven't happened yet. Time slows down for her. Where others see chaos, she sees patterns. This is mastery, unconscious competence. Your hands know what to do before your mind gives the command. But here's the beautiful paradox. True masters never stop being students. They've reached the peak, but they know there are higher peaks they cannot see. In Japan, there's a concept called shokunin, the master craftsman who dedicates their entire life to perfecting a single skill. There's a sushi chef named Jiro Ono. He's 98 years old. He's been making sushi for 80 years. People travel from around the world to eat at his restaurant. He has 3 Michelin stars. And yet, he still practices. He still experiments. He still says, "I'm not good enough yet." This is the master's secret: humility, eternal curiosity, the understanding that the journey never ends. So now you know my secrets. I am mastery, and I am waiting for you. But I will not chase you. I will not beg you. I offer no shortcuts, no quick wins, no magic pills. I offer only this: the chance to become extraordinary at something, to leave a mark on the world, to discover what you're truly capable of. Every master you admire walked this path. They weren't born special. They chose to become special. And here's the final truth that will either inspire you or terrify you. You have everything you need right now to begin. Not someday, not when you have more time, not when you have more money, not when conditions are perfect. Now. You have approximately 30,000 days in your life. How many have you already spent? How many remain? Each day you wait is a day you cannot get back. You can live 2 lives. Life 1, safe, comfortable, unfulfilled. You follow the path others choose for you. You wonder, what if? You reach the end with regrets about what you never attempted. Life 2, challenging, uncertain, meaningful. You follow your calling. You fail, learn, and grow. You reach the end having become someone magnificent. Which life will you choose? I am mastery. I am not for everyone, only for those hungry enough to pursue me, brave enough to endure me, wise enough to trust the process. If you choose this path, you will fail. You will doubt. You will want to quit. But you will also discover powers you didn't know you had. You will create things that never existed. You will become someone you cannot yet imagine. The masters who came before you are watching. They're waiting for you to join them. Your life's task is calling. Will you answer? The future belongs to those who learn more skills and combine them in creative ways. Robert Greene, Mastery. Thank you for watching. If this video spoke to something inside you, subscribe to keep learning English through powerful ideas.